What are the characteristics that you look for when you're going to invest in a cryptocurrency?
So as someone with a strong technical background, I won't go in unless the chart is first of all right. And in the cryptos, there's been many that have had quite hypey ICOs and then have crashed really low down. So you need to see a support, you need to see a base building, you'd need to see volume coming in, you'd need to see it start regaining life. Then if it's not in the top 10 where there's lots of common available knowledge and a proper PR system feeding you news about what it's all about in the news, you need to have conducted research. I would actually contact. The businesses are small enough for you to contact people in the businesses and ask. It's your money. You're entitled to know what they do. So I would say without fundamental research on the smaller companies where you have a real understanding of their purpose, the key thing is to check are they a running, going concern? Are they, how much of the coins have they pre-mined themselves? For example, there's a criticism for Ripple, which is deemed as the banker's crypto in some sense. 60% has been retained by those involved. So the valuation on the coin is only being determined on the 40% that they've made available, and they're holding a large part for itself. That's just like awarding yourself a large amount of money. And creating a lot of valuation on a small percentage so that you can then say, you know, our 60% is now worth X billion because the 10% that's actually daily trading or weekly trading that's flipped over is trading at a certain valuation point. So you get a bit of a distorted market about that, and you also think, what gave them the right to hold so much? So the mining process, how the coins are being issued, what work and value are being given to the network for those that are actually being awarded coins. And are they holding on to them, or are they all dumping them as soon as they get them? In other words, what's the perception of the miners of the coin as well?
There are so many different types of cryptocurrencies. Which ones would you advise for long term?
I think look at the ones that have real developer teams behind them, where there is genuine interest in changing the world and delivering something unique. Certainly Ethereum and Bitcoin fall into that category. They will potentially overshoot on valuations, particularly Ethereum of late. It's done an insane amount, and as I say, is looking a little sick in relative value now. But that doesn't mean after a sell-off that it won't become a good purchase and long-term hold. So you do want to have a bit of timing on your side, because even these big cap coins could lose 60, 70, even 80% if we have a proper fear moment. So the volatility is high. So don't put money in there you can't afford to lose to start off with, and then take a time view and stick to it if you're going to do the hodl. I believe in a methodology, so I think you have a little bit of hard hodl, which is the methodology where you literally hang on, but choose your time, then you enter. Now wouldn't be such a good time while it's a bit frothy. If there is a correction and you see it start basing out, you can put some into your full hodl. Then I would have a soft hodl, which is maybe something I look at quarterly.
Okay, so is it too late to make a profit in these cryptocurrencies?
Not at all. I think we're really just at the beginning of the game. I don't know if you recall, if we were to use something parallel, but internet search engines, who remembers Excite and Ask Jeeves and all of these? Google came later. There is some news out there that it was a little bit backed by the secret services, etc. But let's leave that aside. You don't know who the real winner is, and rarely is it number one. So the kind of mistakes I find people make is they marry a particular coin. We are emotional and emotive. If you've made money on something, you think it's always going to serve you, and it's your friend. It's not. Markets don't love you or hate you. They are indifferent. And there's a couple of people that were really early into Bitcoin, and they say Bitcoin's the only coin and all these others are imposters and all of this. This is what I call the thinking of singularity. There is only one winner, there is only one thing. It's a bit like me saying there will be only one internet company in the dot-com boom that will do all things for everybody. That would be absolutely ridiculous, because there's many different aspects of what you can do. So you have the singularity mistake. Then you have the notion where if you've made profits on it, you just stay totally married to it, and you fail to see the new challenges. It's a dynamic environment which is shifting. So watch volumes, watch your charts. Have a look at the top cap, those that have real clear long-term futures. Listen to your fundamental guys. Have some in long-term holdings, review, and then have some speculative holdings.